Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm going to show you around Mr Straw's house in Worksop, Nottinghamshire. The Straw family was a middle class family who were grocers in Worksop. The family comprised of William Straw Snr, his wife Florence and their two sons William and Walter. The Straws occupied this house from 1920 until William died in 1990. The house has mostly been unchanged since 1932 when William Snr died. His widow Florence wanted to keep the house exactly as it was, as though Walter was about to come back through the front door again. You might notice that some of the pictures on the walls are lower and the chairs are smaller. The family were not very tall, hence the reason behind this. There was a maid to help with the cooking and cleaning, but Florence liked to prepare the meals and bake the bread herself. William Snr was born in Sutton in Ashfield in 1864 to a family of potters. He worked for his brother in 1886 and set up a grocery store in Worksop. Florence's father owned a butcher's shop opposite the store's grocers. William and Florence married in 1896. The wedding was a grand affair and celebrated in Worksop. Florence was the person behind creating the house into a stylish home. She also played and taught people how to play the piano, kept bees and was an accomplished artist. In 1898, their eldest son William Straw Jr. was born. He was educated at Edward VI Grammar School in Retford and King College, London. He was conscripted into the army during the First World War. After being demobbed in 1919, William went on to teach at the City of London College until his mother passed away in 1939. William then moved back into the home and became the housekeeper. Walter was born in 1899 and, like his older brother, was educated locally before being conscripted into the army for World War I. Walter lived with the family home all of his life and ran the family business until 1962. He was also an active member of the Worksop and District Grocer Association. William Snr and Florence also had another son called David, who was born in 1901 but unfortunately died in 1903, aged 2 years. William Straw Snr died at the age of 62 in 1932 from a cerebral hemorrhage. Florence Straw died in November 1939 following a short illness. Both William Jr. and Walter lived in the house from 1939 until 1976. They soon settled into a routine after Florence died. Walter ran the shop while William worked as a farm labourer for his cousin. Their parents' room was left untouched and unused as a shrine and as out of respect for their parents. Both brothers went to church every Sunday in bowler hats and pinstripe suits. With every new parish priest, the brothers presented them with a book that they had written themselves all about the history of the church and the parish itself. In 1941, they bought the house next door and rented it out to the neighbour at a cheaper price when what they were paying before. William loved going to antique fairs and buying antiques as well as books from the house sales. Both brothers were really thrifty. They didn't like to throw anything out, hence a lot of items in the lumber room. Walter loved attending to his cacti. He has a greenhouse full in the garden. Unfortunately, Walter died in 1976 in hospital in Worksop. William lived alone in the house from 1976. He kept sentimental remains of his brother. New tenants moved into the house next door, which produced a good source of income for William in his later years. Unfortunately, William fell down the stairs in 1985 and was admitted to the hospital. He stayed there until he died in 1990. In his will, William bequeathed the house to the National Trust. Walter loved to grow cactuses. There's a whole range of them in here. I don't have a clue what names they are, but all sorts of different cactuses. I also like to make the tea, if it sounds of it. Master tea blenders. Yeah, there's absolutely loads. Absolutely loads of cactuses.